Hey everybody, Roy Diamond Too Loyal back again with another video. Today we're reacting to MSA, I Met MrBeast. Let's get into it, guys.
Hi, I'm Sophie from France, and my story, you'll have to see to believe. My life was brilliant. I grew up in a vineyard and my parents worked super hard to make it a worldwide success. Even though they were super busy, they made sure I got the best things in life. I've just bought you a pony. You can take him out on rides around the property. Do you want to get a puppy too? We were super rich, but I didn't care about that. I was homeschooled to take over the family business, but I spent most of my time going on adventures with my best friend Luke. He was the son of our surveyor, Mr. Durand, and a major scaredy cat, but he never said no to my crazy plans, even when they landed us in trouble. Come on, Luke, let's go to the lake and search for sea monsters. Are you crazy? We'll catch a cold, and besides, it's against the rules. Rules schmools. If there was a rule against sneezing, your head would explode from keeping them in. And you'd pick your nose just to tick people off. No, we're not going to the lake, and that's final. But I never took no for an answer. So I jumped over the fence and went running towards the lake. And poor Luke had to follow. But I stopped short when I saw a couple of village boys throwing rocks at a beehive. Hey, leave those poor
Okay, they gonna mess around and get stung by bees.
bees alone. What's it to you, princess? Go back to your stupid grape juice farm. Sophie, we need to head back now. No, you should go back to school and learn how important bees are for the environment. What, Luke? Those aren't bees, Sophie. They're hornets. Just then, a rock tore through the nest, and all the hornets flew out, and they were pissed. But instead of going after the village brats, they attacked Luke and me. We ran for our lives, but we got stung so much that by the time we got home, our faces resembled beach balls, and it hurt. And Luke went ballistic. I told you we shouldn't go. You never listen to me. I'm sick and tired of being your babysitter. Babysitter? The stings really mess with your head. I'm your friend. Friends listen to each other. You're not my friend. Your parents hired me to keep you out of trouble. Luke, stop it. We're honored to serve in any capacity. You might be, but I'm not. She's a reckless maniac. I'm sick of getting hurt because of her. I quit. Mom, what's going on?
Hey.
Sweetie, you're an adventurer, and we didn't want to hold you back.
What? So her parents hired him to keep an eye on her? So he not really he like, I'm not your friend. Shoot, I would just play in the park. That's what he said.
And Luke was the perfect balance to your hyper-personality. So we paid him to keep you safe. We were only doing what was best for you. You think this is best for me? My entire relationship was a lie. What else have you been lying about? Are you two even my parents or is someone paying you too? I stormed off to my room and didn't speak to anyone for days. Luke left for the city without saying goodbye, and I felt humiliated that I was such a loser. No one would be my friend if I wasn't rich. Mom and Dad arranged playdates with other kids, but it wasn't the same. Every day I missed Luke, and every day I hated him more. But things at the vineyard got worse. Our wine sales went down, and then a freak storm destroyed more than half the vineyard. We had nothing left.
Did they lose everything? Like, are they gonna be poor? Like, what's the issue?
And the bank seized the family estate. Suddenly, we were homeless. Don't worry, darling. As long as we're together, we'll be fine. The Durands have invited us to stay with them for a while. Stay with Luke? But he hates us. Beggars can't be choosers, love. And
yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Gotta do what you gotta do when you're down bad.
It's been years. I'm sure he's over all that. It'll be cramped in their small house, but it's temporary. But my jaw nearly fell to the floor when I saw their house. It was a mansion with fountains in the garden. Mr. and Mrs. Durand had made a fortune by making the right investments and were super nice. But Luke, I had to blink hard because I couldn't believe how handsome he'd become. His eyes were still as green as I remembered, and the small dimple still appeared near his lips when he smiled. Suddenly, he reached out and touched my hair. You've still got bugs in your hair. Oh, thanks. I didn't know it was there. I guess I'm a real bug magnet. Yeah, you always did attract the creepy crawlers. That was weird, but at least he wasn't angry or rude. After lunch, I was strolling around trying to let out a quiet burp when suddenly I slipped and fell in the pool. Strong arms pulled me out of the water, and I was face to face with Luke. And to my complete humiliation, I burped in his face like a bullfrog. I
Ugh.
thought you had
He
changed,
dropped
but I
her.
still have to save you from yourself. And I'm sick of it. Hey, it was an accident. Once a troublemaker,
Dang, it's been years and he's still talking about something. I'm sick of it. And he just dropped her to the ground.
always a troublemaker. Mom, you better hide the good plates or she'll break them in a freak accident. Luke, that's enough.
He
Whatever.
being mean.
I have homework to do anyway. Mr. and Mrs. Durand apologized for Luke's behavior, but I didn't want to be a burden. I spent the night thinking of several business plans to get us back on our feet, but we just didn't have the money. A week later, I was waiting
He about to do something great. Watch.
at the bus stop when suddenly a sports car raced by me, drenching me with muddy water. Hey, watch where you're going. I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. You're headed to school, right? Let me give you a ride and we can get you cleaned up. My name is Bella and I'm kind of a big deal there. You should stick with me because you're obviously new and don't mind me saying so, but you look like you got dressed in the dark. I just moved here from the village.
You look a hot mess.
OMG, love that for you. I've always been a city girl. Last year when we went to my family's, Bella talked nonstop till we got to the school, and by the
Hey, at least she's super nice.
time we were sitting in first period, I knew her entire life story. She was an only child, her mom and dad were rich politicians, and she loved corgis. They have the cutest,
Aw.
slappable butts. I've wanted one for so long, but my parents say I'm too irresponsible, and my boyfriend is super scared of dogs, and OMG, there he is! Babe, come meet my new bestie! Oh wait, I totally forgot to ask your name. It's
Sophie?
Whoa, did you just read her mind, Luke? I didn't know you had super
Luke is her
normal powers.
boyfriend.
No, I know her. She's the family friend I told you about. The reckless one.
Even turtles look reckless to a chicken like you. Guys, do you know what this means? We can be besties together. Bella was the sweetest girl imaginable. She didn't care whether I was rich or poor. She just liked me for
She didn't. She's a human lover. It's like love everybody type thing.
me and took me everywhere with her, even on dates. Oh, wow, babe, this is such a cute bracelet. But you know I'm allergic to pink. But it looks so cute on you, Sophie. OMG, you should totally have it. Bella, you're crazy. Luke got this for you.
I don't mind.
See? Our boyfriend doesn't mind. Put it on her, Luke. Our boyfriend? What was
What the
going
heck?
on?
What the heck going on? She said our boyfriend. Any other girl would be jealous as heck.
My skin tingled as his fingers touched my skin, and Luke stared into my eyes. He was oddly sweet when we weren't at home. And rather than get jealous, Bella clapped and cheered. They were the
Oh my
weirdest
gosh.
couple I'd ever met. But
That was
Bella
fun.
thought I was the weird one. What do you mean you've never read Shakespeare? I was only taught things that would help me run a vineyard. Like, that is hollyroot and will help you with fevers. And that thing you're taking a selfie with is poison ivy. Yikes! Hey, you should make TikToks. OMG, this is the best idea I've ever had. We can go on nature walks, and you can talk about what's poisonous and what isn't. Incredibly, Bella's idea was a hit. I went viral, and people in school started
What?
calling me Nature Girl. I even started getting sponsors, and one day, my fans challenged me to participate in MrBeast's Squid Game. The contest was tough, and
What?
as expected, many people joined the fight. I did my best to win the game, but I lost during the tug of war. Still, it was the best adventure I had ever done. I made tons of new friends as well. Not to mention, seeing MrBeast personally is the coolest. My heart jumped when I saw him heading my way.
Hi there. Thank you for joining our version of Squid Game. You were great.
Thank you, MrBeast. We all had a blast, even though we lost. Just being part of your content alone is an experience of a lifetime.
Well, making people happy is what my
That look just like Mr. Beast too.
content is all about. I'm glad you had fun.
I really did, and it's been quite a long while since I had fun like this.
Really? Why is that?
Well, sometimes life could get rough all of a sudden. Things happen without warning.
That is so true. But no matter what, never stop walking the road to happiness.
OxyClean presents Sneezing Season. And your sleeve does all the dirty.
Never forget the quote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step."
I felt
The
my
journey
eyes
of
sting as
1,000 miles
MrBeast
begins
gave
with
me a hug.
Go step.
And just like what MrBeast said, I never stopped walking the road to happiness. I kept on seeking adventure, teaching my fans about plants through TikTok. Bella supported me 100%.
She a good
Eventually,
friend, though,
the
for
money I
real.
got from my sponsors were used to set up a small grocery shop in the city. And little by
Uh-huh.
little, we were saving up to move out. Life was getting better, but Luke's behavior at home was getting worse and worse. He was rude to his parents and ignored them all the time. One time, Mrs. Durand asked them to pass the bread, and he accidentally dumped them all on the floor. What is wrong with you? That's no way to behave with your parents. You have no idea what you're talking about. Stay out of it, please. This isn't you, Luke. You used to be so sweet and caring, even if you were pretending. His eyes softened, but then he shook his head and pushed past me. I'm not.
Yeah, something going on, cause he not wanting to be nice and be kind. He trying to maintain this bad boy image.
The boy you used to know. It's okay, Sophie. It's just a phase. I didn't get what his problem was. He had everything he could ever want. Loving parents, a roof over his head, and a great girlfriend. But things with Luke and Bella were getting weirder. The old feelings were coming back and made me nervous. So when Dad announced we'd be moving to our own apartment at the end of the month, I was relieved, but also bittersweet. Late one night, I was packing up my things for the move when I heard footsteps on the roof. I freaked out and picked up a baseball bat to investigate.
Is it
There
Luke?
was so much crime in the city. We never had this problem in the village. What if there was more than one burglar? But it was only Luke. You scared the farts right out of me. Oh, great. Just what I need. A damsel in distress. I'm the one holding the bat, smart Alec, and I was always the brave one while you were scared of your own shadow. Sure was a coward back then. Remember that time you couldn't sleep and you made me push all those sheep from a fence so you could count them? They were goats, and Farmer Jack was so mad. He made us shovel horse poop for weeks. You have to admit, it was fun pretending to be my friend. I was never pretending. He looked at me like there was so much he wanted to tell me, but he couldn't. His lips were so close, and my heart beat
Think
like
about the
crazy. I wanted him to say more, but I also wanted him to shut up and kiss me. But Luke pulled away suddenly, looking angry.
Forget it. You won't understand.
Had I almost kissed my best friend's boyfriend? What was wrong with me? It was a good thing we were moving out in
Yeah, don't want to mess up her friendship with her new bestie, though.
a few days anyway. On our last day in the house, Mr. and Mrs. Durand held a farewell party for us. They invited all their friends, including Bella and her parents, and held a mini promotion of our little grocery store and even showed my videos on a big screen. Luke looked handsome in a suit, but I had to look away. I still felt guilty about the other night and confused by his hot and cold attitude. But suddenly, he was standing right in front of me.
Hey, wanna dance?
I shouldn't.
Why? Do you think you'll trip and fall?
His girlfriend might get jealous, but I don't know. She kind of probably won't even get jealous because she seemed too happy when they were all together last time.
No.
Then come on.
He whirled me onto the dance floor, and I felt like I was dancing on air. It was magical and thrilling. Then his lips came close, and all the voices in my head fell silent. But the music suddenly stopped.
Luke, what are you doing? Bella's parents are watching.
You should be dancing with her, not...
The poor grocery girl?
Yeah. So now they like, oh, why you dancing with her? Oh, we got other rich folks watching.
Yes, Sophia can't bring you any connections or wealth. I'm sorry, dear, but we have to think of Luke's future,
That's
and that
sad.
is with Bella.
How do you know
I was
that?
so
You don't know
shocked,
that.
my mouth fell open. My parents were furious.
Is this how you feel about us? Why did you invite us to stay with you? Why throw us this party? Because they want to rub in your faces how rich they are now. They always envied you, and they didn't throw you this party. Bella and I did.
It was all Luke's idea. He's been planning this party for weeks. I just helped with the decorations. Suddenly, all the guests left saying they were disgusted, and Mr. and Mrs. Durand looked panicked. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Let me explain. When we were kids, I loved being your friend. You were awesome and brave, but my parents wanted to cash in on that friendship and started charging your parents for protection services.
Wow. So his parents was always the evil ones. Like, oh, we should charge them since they got all that money.
Hated it. We did it for you, son, so you could have everything rich kids had. I never wanted any of that. And
Right.
even here in the city, you insisted I date rich girls so you can make connections with their parents. You two have always used me for your own gain, and I'm
Yeah.
sick of it.
And look what it got you. You have luxury cars, you live in a mansion.
but I can't be with the girl I love.
He just said he don't want none of that stuff. He don't want that stuff.
I thought you two were in love. I'm a cheerleader and he's a jock. We had to date. It's like in the
So
Bible
they
or
both
something.
didn't
But we
want
were
to date
never
each
in
other.
love. And when I saw how much you two loved each other, you knew? Always. Why do you think I kept leaving you two alone when we hung out? You two are super cute together.
Aww.
Can you ever forgive me for being such a jerk and not
So
getting
she
in touch
never
sooner?
really liked him.
I thought you hated me.
They just had to.
I did, but only because I missed you so much.
I'm never gonna leave you now.
Me either. Best friends?
The bestest.
And he kissed me, and it was
Aww.
everything I'd imagined.
This one was a good one, guys. Stay tuned because I will be reacting to more, and I'm out.